Yo, what is up, guys? Today we're going to be talking about a fight between Luis Smolka and Jose Alberto Quiñonez. Luis Smolka, he's currently 16-7. He is also a top 40 bantamweight in the world. Jose Alberto Quiñonez is also a top 40 bantamweight in the world. He is currently 8-4. Luis Smolka is actually favored in this fight at minus 135 as a slight favorite. Jose Alberto Quiñonez is plus 110 as a near even underdog. They're both similar ages. Luis Smolka is 29 and a half years old. Jose Alberto Quiñonez is 30 and a half years old. So age definitely won't be playing a factor in this fight. Luis Smolka is a 5'9" tall. Jose Alberto Quiñonez is 5'8" tall. So a little bit of an advantage there for Luis Smolka in this fight. But Luis Smolka has a little bit smaller reach than Jose Alberto Quiñonez. He is currently 68.5-inch reach. Jose Alberto Quiñonez has a 69-inch reach, so a little advantage there. But if you look at the Tapology predictions for this fight, it's really spread out. I mean, Luis Smolka is getting 80% of the votes, mainly by unanimous decision. But some people do think he's going to win the fight by submission in this fight, and some people do think he's going to win the fight by knockout. I think the knockouts are really highly unlikely. 20% of the vote is going for Jose Alberto Quiñonez to win. Some people are saying he's going to win the fight by knockout as well. I really doubt this fight's going to end as a knockout for either fighter in this fight. I definitely think it's going to be either a submission for Smolka or a unanimous decision for Jose Alberto Quiñonez or Luis Smolka in this fight. Alright, when you look at Luis Smolka's record, 16-7, it's a very big record. It's a very good record as well. I mean, he's had 23 pro MMA fights, I believe ranging back from 2012. He was an amateur in 2010, got a submission win as an amateur, a second round knockout, a first round armbar, and then a win over Chris Miranda. And then he became a pro in 2012, where he had a win over Shane Picaro, a win over Kawiki Martin, another win over armbar by first round armbar submission over Brian Tuhang Lam, and a third round rear naked choke submission over Alvin Kakak, and a first round rear naked choke submission over Jesse Rafols, followed by another second round knockout over Ali Khali, and a unanimous decision win inside the UFC over Alpo Zikic, but lost his next fight in a very close fight inside the UFC to Chris Carriazo by split decision. Came back after that very close loss, which honestly could have gone either way. He came back with a third round head kick KO over Richie Vakulik, and a unanimous decision win over Neil Seery, followed by a second round rear naked choke submission win and a second round TKO win over Ben Eugen, but lost his next fight to a future title challenger in Brandon Moreno by first round guillotine choke submission. Lost his fight after that as well to Ray Borg by unanimous decision, and the fight after that to Tim Elliott by unanimous decision, and sadly lost his last fight inside the UFC back in 2017, also by unanimous decision. In the UFC, it was like, alright, he's on a 4-fight losing streak. He did have 4 wins inside the UFC before that, but still 4 fights losing streak inside the UFC, not good enough. They cut him from the promotion, and he left the promotion and got a first round knockout as soon as he left the promotion, and got a submission, followed by a second round TKO over Kyle Estrada, and then got back into the UFC, where he got a second round armbar submission over a very good fighter who we just saw this weekend in Suma Derji, who got an amazing first round knockout over, I believe, Malcolm Gordon in literally just 44 seconds of that very first round. But Luis Smolka ended up beating that guy by second round armbar submission. And ended up losing the next fight after that by first round triangle choke submission against Matt Schnell, I believe a top 10 flyweight in the world, but came back after that loss to Matt Schnell with a first round submission win over Ryan McDonald. Lost his next fight to Casey Kenny, who we all know is a very good bantamweight. I mean, he's beaten some very good fighters. He's a top 20 bantamweight in the world. But yeah, Luis Smolka ended up losing to him by first round, one in arm triangle choke submission. And then now he's going to be fighting Jose Alberto Quiñonez to come back after that loss to Casey Kenny. Alright, so now when you look at Jose Alberto Quiñonez's record, 8-4 is a pretty good record. He's a top 35 bantamweight in the world. That's a very high ranking in the bantamweight division. As you guys know, the bantamweight division, it is so stacked, and for both of these fighters to be in the top 40, with the guys like right above him being like Juan Archuleta, Kyle Phillips, Brett Johns, Jack Shore, Andre Ewell, Eddie Wineland, John Dodson. Those guys above them are very, very good. So once they get past whoever wins this fight, it's going to be a big test for their next fight after that, considering they're right outside of the really, really elite bantamweights. And if you look at Jose Alberto Quiñonez's record, I mean, he started his career back in 2013. Got 3 wins in a row at the beginning of his career, but lost his next fight to Davey Ramos. Came back after that on The Ultimate Fighter Latin America Season 1 with a first-round knockout over Bentley Seiler and a unanimous decision win over Marco Beltran. And then got a shot inside the UFC against Alejandro Perez, who I believe is a top 10 flyweight in the world, but ended up losing the fight by unanimous decision. Came back after that loss to Alejandro Perez with a first-round rear naked choke submission over Leandro Morales and a unanimous decision over Joey Gomez, followed by another unanimous decision win over Diego Rivas. And then getting another unanimous decision win over Teruto Ishihara, but lost his next fight to Nathaniel Wood by second-round rear naked choke submission. Nathaniel Wood at the time was 16-3, a very, very good record, but he ended up losing to him. Came back after that loss to Nathaniel Wood with a unanimous decision win over Carlos Watchin, but then ended up fighting a top 15 bantamweight in the world, undefeated at the time in Sean O'Malley, but ended up losing that fight by a head kick KO in literally just 2 minutes, 2 seconds of that very first round. Alright, so I mean, we have 2 top 40 bantamweights in the world in this fight. I mean, Jose Alberto Quiñonez, I really see the way that he's going to win this fight or make it an even playing field is literally just to keep the fight on the feet. But that's going to be really, really tough with a guy like Luis Smolka, who kind of acts like Jimmy Flick or Jordan Leavitt in his fights. He likes to go for takedowns, literally just bum rush you over and over and over again. Once you get close to that fence, he goes in for a takedown. Keeps you on the fence and takes you down after a minute of keeping you on the fence. He doesn't really have the most whoa, good, that's an awesome fight. No, it's not the best fight. He just takes you down and goes for those submissions. Every now and then, he does get those submissions, as you've seen in his UFC career. I mean, he's got a submission win over Suma Derji, who we just saw get an absolutely amazing knockout win over Malcolm Gordon. He has submission wins over Patty Holohan, and then he has submission wins at the beginning of his career over Jesse Rafols and Brian Tuhenglam, but I don't really think he's going to get a submission in this fight. Most of his fights actually end by decision. I think this fight is going to go all the way. Luis Smolka is going to dominate the fight on the ground, and I think he's going to win the fight by unanimous decision. Alright guys, if you agree with my prediction or if you disagree with my prediction, it is a pretty close fight on the odds. If you guys think Jose Alberto Quiñonez is going to keep the fight on the feet, dominate on the feet, that's your opinion, put it in the comment section below. If you guys believe that's going to happen, whatever you guys think is going to happen, put that in the comment section below. I have Luis Smolka just winning the fight, basically just from his grappling and wrestling. I think he's going to get a lot of control time in this fight. My prediction, this fight's going to go all the way, and I think he's going to have more than 8 minutes, more than half of the fight. It's going to be Luis Smolka literally just controlling Jose Alberto Quiñonez on the ground. But that's just my opinion. What do you guys think is going to happen? Put that in the comment section below. Make sure to like this video. It really helps with that YouTube algorithm. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Turn on them post notifications so you don't miss the absolute best MMA content. I post videos every single day. UFC predictions, LFA predictions, Contender Series predictions, Invicta FC predictions, Bellator predictions. There's so many predictions out there. Put in the comment section below what you guys think I should do in my next video. Subscribe to the channel. I'm out of here.